Great, well, welcome everyone once again. So we'll get into questions. I like to make these roundtables as organic and kind of extemporaneous as possible. So if you have, you want to go into tangents or ask questions of each other, well, the more the merrier. So I'll actually start out. We're obviously in a school right now, so let's start out where most of you kind of began your careers in school. So I'd love to know from you, how would you critique hospitality school as preparation for a career in hospitality, and does a hospitality school, does it deliver? So I don't want to use the Socratic method, so if anyone would like to jump in and begin.
I can jump in. So what's different for hospitality versus other kind of disciplines is it's not as set in stone. It's not here's an equation and here's your answer. You really need to have experience. So what I loved about this program for the undergrad is all of the teachers, professors, they actually were in the industry and they knew exactly what they were talking about. There's so many different experiences that it's hard to teach, like, well, what do you do when a guest complains about this? But having those kind of role models in the classroom really made it a lot easier.
Yeah. How about from you, from the undergrad
Absolutely.
perspective?
One of the things I really love about DePaul, going off of that, is that we are required to have 2 internships. We have to work in the industry. We are required to go to the speaker series for 2 quarters. Industry professionals are always in here. The career fair and networking events are as much a part as my education at DePaul as the classes have been. And obviously you can't force everyone to go to extracurricular things, but DePaul makes them so accessible to everyone. There's so many opportunities to get jobs and internships. And I think that's what makes it such a great school for hospitality, because those options really are there. They, for me, have been as much of a part of my education as the classroom.
What about you graduates? I mean, do you think, has a hospitality industry kind of education helped you with your career development, your career trajectory as it is now? I know you all are still very young and aspiring, but has it opened doors for you, you'd say?
Well, I'd say without a doubt. I mean, a revenue management specialty, it's not it is a newer kind of discipline within the hospitality industry, so there's not a whole lot of knowledge or a lot of people with experience. So for me to come out of school with that degree, people are, what is that and how do you know that already? It took me, a lifetime in this industry to figure it out, and I learned it in 4 years.
You were going to say something?
Oh, well, I was actually going to say, speaking as someone who actually did not attend hospitality school at any point.
You're the outlier. Okay.
I kind of took a weird detour, but actually graduated with a degree in English language. So
English language, okay.
Somewhat unhelpful. It's kind of helpful from a communication perspective, but I think one thing that I wish that I had had more of in my undergraduate studies is learning how to work with people who have different work styles, but also especially across a wide range of generations, because I guess at least compared to my friends and colleagues in other industries, I feel like in hospitality more than many other places, you're working with people who have been in the industry longer than you've been alive, and also people who are, are learning still or are undergraduate students, and that can really create a lot of difficulties and challenges sometimes. So I think that would have been helpful. I hope that they're covering that in hospitality school, but if they're not, I think that's something that everyone could benefit from.
Yeah, well, it's certainly a specific kind of degree, right? And I wonder sometimes, there's the idea of, instead of getting kind of just focusing on hospitality, more like an MBA or a business type of degree. Do you think that there's differences there? I mean, do you think a hospitality kind of education that's focused on it is more important than getting an MBA or some other kind of business discipline?
I'll speak to that. I think, especially me, I have my MS in hospitality, and I had an opportunity to get my MBA, and I think the focus, if this is the industry you want to be in, it allows you the opportunities to work in the field, hear specific examples that you will be able to use and learn from to use in the hospitality industry is very crucial and critical. An MBA is great, but in my opinion, when I was looking at it, was way too broad for me. I wanted to be able to come in and, a lot of business education today is case-based.
Right.
I wanted to have hospitality cases. I didn't want to have a general, corporate case that I may learn a lot of skills from, but I wanted it to be applicable. And I think a hospitality education today allows you to have that that feeling of this is a situation that I know I will see myself in, and be able to use that example.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think a hospitality education, it's not about showing individuals and teaching them how to check in a guest. That's teachable.
Right.
Those skills, you're going to learn it when you're on the job. They could teach anyone. You don't need a bachelor's degree or a master's degree to do that.
Right.
But the skills that a hospitality degree provides you with, the analytical thinking skills, the critical thinking skills, being able to analyze information and come up with a product and a solution to things, is what a hospitality degree offers.
Does everyone know how to check in a guest, by the way? I don't, so.